Okay, so take two. All right, so these are the important ingredients that you need. Okay, so you need one of these, which is tomato sauce, 1 can. Make sure you have onion. Make sure you have tomato. The aroma is fine, whatever kind you want. Garlic powder. The Knorr tomato bouillon with chicken flavor. That's the most important ingredient. The ground the cumin, like the white folks say. What I did was, all I did was I chopped up just a little bit of onion. You don't have to put a whole bunch, it's just to give it flavor. And then I got a tomato, and I peeled them. I peeled it, and then I cut it in a way where all I did was just cut it up. So I'm going to use this kind of pan. I'm not going to make a whole bunch of rice because it's for Bratty, but because he loves my rice. But I am going to heat the pan up a bit, and then we're going to put just enough oil to cook the rice, and maybe I don't know, that's probably flour. Okay, so you're just gonna put enough to put a little bit more. And if you put too much, just get a paper towel and just kind of dab it a little bit. I don't think I put too much, but just in case, I'm going to do that. There you go. Throw it away. Okay, so I'm going to let that heat up for just a second. Okay, so then we're going to go ahead and I'm doing this with one hand, people. Just to let you know. Just to satisfy my best friend because she wants to learn how to make Spanish rice. Okay, I'm going to throw that in there. I'm going to let it sizzle for a little bit. I'm going to throw a couple of these in there. Notice how I just didn't put them all in there, okay? Just put the small ones. Okay? I'm going to put it on very low heat. Very low. Let that cook, and man, I tell you what, just the smell of that alone is just delicious. Like, I could eat that by itself. I swear. The house starts to smell really good. Okay. Like I said, I put it on super low for now. There we go. Okay, very quickly, what I need to do is I'm not going to make that much rice, so I'm going to go ahead and this is the water that's going to cover the rice. So I'm going to go ahead and put maybe 2 cups. 2 cups. Okay, and it's going to be hot water. It's got to be hot. Okay, hot water. That's about right. Okay. You get 1 spoon. Remember, 1 hand. I'm doing this with 1 hand. Not easy. Okay, 1. 2. 2 of those. Put in some cumin. 2, 3, 4, 5. Squeeze it about 4 or 5 times. I like a lot of cumin in my food. And then garlic. Love garlic. Gotta have the garlic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's about right. That's so professional, right? Of course it is. Of course it is. Now, you can put half a can of tomato sauce. Half. I like mine very tomatoey, my rice, my Spanish rice. Okay, not even half a can. I think enough to give it some good color there. Make it a little thicker, right? I'm going to taste it real quick. I think, hold on. Go ahead and come back over here. Everything's cooking pretty good. I like mine to taste I like it to have a lot of spices. I like more cumin in it. So you just add as you go, you know. Put a little bit more garlic. I love garlic. That's probably my downfall. And keep mixing it some more. And you keep tasting it to your flavor. Yeah, that's much better. The garlic and the cumin is what's going to give it that real rich taste, like authentic taste. This just flavors it very well. Okay, and this just kind of makes it pop out some more. So you have to have all of these in your kitchen to make Spanish rice. Okay, so now for the rice. All right, so I'm only gonna make for Bratty, but this is just for demonstration purposes, and I know he'll eat it later. I'll make some more for Diva tomorrow if I have to, if you don't want to do it yourself, Amanda. So, you know that rule. See what I'm doing? That's 1 serving. I'm going to do a couple more servings. Oopsie. 2. I got to do that because I'm, again, doing everything with one hand. 3 servings. We're gonna do 4. Actually, this might be good for tonight. So 4. 5. Let's do 6. 6 servings. Because there's 3 people eating in my family tonight. Okay, so I'm gonna raise up the heat. Raise it up. Raise that heat up. Okay. And you're going to cook the rice. Cook it, cook it, cook it. Because I mean, the tomatoes already cooked. The onions already cooked. So we'll let it cook for a few seconds. Let it brown, girl. We're going to get a few messages from our lovely hostess here. Princess, can you say hi? Princess. Uh-oh. Okay, what about this one? What's going on, Sideburns? Oh, let's get back to our rice. Okay. So it's cooking. You could see some of it's going to turn a little brown. You can do it as brown as you want. It doesn't matter. I usually don't. I just cook it because the more oil it absorbs, a little bit of oil it absorbs, and it's not... did I say absorbs? I just meant to say absorbs. The more you cook it, the more oil it absorbs, the less it's going to stick together. At least that's always been my analysis. Or I'm sorry, God, what is wrong with me? That's always been my observation. What? I swear. You'd think that I would be able to talk a little bit more intelligent. It doesn't matter. I'm on vacation. Okay. So, all right. So see how it's, it's cooking pretty good. It smells good. I wish I could put it in through this camera here. Okay, so I don't do the whole... I hate bell pepper. I don't like it. I rarely eat it. Once in a while I will, but I won't. But you can add it when you add your vegetables. When you do the onion and the tomato, you can also add sliced bell pepper, the green or the red, whatever you want, that gives it a whole bunch of flavor. It'll pop right out. But honestly, I don't think Diva would like that. Not sure she's a big bell pepper kind of person, but okay, so I'm still cooking here. See how some of it just turned kind of like a light brown? You probably can't tell because the lighting is just horrid here. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, go back over here. Bring this over here. Okay, so you need to remember when you make rice and you're cooking it here like this, like so, once you put the water in there, you can't really mix it. You can't mix it because what happens is when you do mix it, the rice turns very, very, it'll turn mushy and yucky. So you have to let it boil the way as is, okay? And there are a few ways to move the rice. I wouldn't, people will do this, they'll mix it and all that when, there's water, and that's how your rice comes out all mushy. Okay, so it looks pretty brown to me. See, it's kind of cooked. I like it. That's good enough for me. I'm going to go ahead and spread my rice. See how I'm spreading it around kind of evenly, right? I'm going to take this. This is where the magic happens. You ready? Okay, ready? All the way around as much as you can. Okay? Now, at the very beginning when you first put it in, that's fine. You can move it around and make sure everything's even. I wouldn't really do it too much. Or you can do this. See how it moves it, right? Okay. Let's try to put some of it in the middle. Very good. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and let that boil. All right. Put it on high. Now you can, I get a lot of different, I've gotten a lot of different advice. Like, my sister, I think she likes to cover it. I think she told me one time when I got the recipe from her, she likes to cover it. I think my aunt does too. I don't. It doesn't really matter to me. If you're in a hurry to make it, put the cover on it. You're a science teacher. You know the heat will turn it to steam and it'll make it go, it'll make it softer, faster, or whatever. But I guess you can do this number here. There you go. And you're going to keep an eye on it. You're just going to come over here and probably just dance a little bit. For the animals. And then you're going to keep an eye on it, come back and check it out. And what happens is this water starts to evaporate. And then when you see that, you come back over here, you get your little measuring cup, and get it ready. Put some warm water in it, I would have it ready. Put some warm water in it. Put it right there, like so. And then as you check it, you're going to, it's going to need water. You can see how the water evaporated. You need to keep putting more. And just a little more, just enough to cover the top, right? Because this is it's all going to shrink, and then you're going to start to see the rice. So let it boil for about, I'd say like 5 minutes, 5 to 6 minutes, I guess, until you start to see how it's all soaked up and it's all evaporated. Then put a little bit more, and when that happens, that's right after that, after all the first batch of water evaporates, you go ahead and you put it on super low. Okay. Now, if you don't have a gas grill or a gas stove, it's going to cook differently. I mean, I cannot cook on an electric stove. I just can't do it. I prefer the gas. So, call me old-fashioned, but anyways, yeah, so you just let that evaporate. Just keep adding more water to it until you actually see the whole process when you're coming back and forth and checking it all the time should take about maybe 15 minutes at the most. It depends on how long you let it boil and how well it does. So if I do this number here, it should come out quicker. And then then I put a little bit more water. And then I kind of don't want to be on the video for 15 minutes waiting for this to work. So what I'm going to do is I will come back and put part 2 on it so you can continue your tutorial. All right? All right.